It's Kelsey again. I thought I would do my second text reflection kind of the same way just because you said you liked it, so I'll do it again. Um, I really, I thought these chapters made a lot more sense to me than the first few. I think because when I read the first few chapters, it was before we actually really got into the nitty-gritty of kind of how to teach math. And now that we've had some instruction with you and we've gone over it a little bit in class and actually done some of these strategies and activities, that this makes a lot more sense to me now. I think that there were some really interesting ones in here, especially ones that we went over in class that I really do like. I really thought Chapter 8 was pretty interesting because it talked a little bit about pre-kindergarten and kindergarten and the number sense, and that's where my background is. I taught preschool for a few years, and I work with my mother sometimes. She's a junior kindergarten teacher, and I also do some math assessments with kindergarten teachers while I'm at work. So I feel like that was really just relevant to me, and I learned a lot from that, where it was talking about more, less, and equal, and the fact that less is a more difficult concept for students to learn than more. And I just thought that was kind of interesting because I never really put that into my brain before, but now that I read it, it makes sense. So let's see. I also thought just the anchors, the 5 and 10 frames, those, I just, looking back, I never really thought of it because, I try generally not to think of my math experience because it was not so positive. But I think I never really thought they play such a big part in anchoring numbers, and it's an anchor, I guess is the only word I can think of, to really help make sense for it, and that's brilliant. So chapter 10, there was a couple things. I think it was mostly on just how to teach it. It was kind of the instruction, explicit strategy instruction, guided invention, those type of things, and what their limitations are and what their benefits. And I was kind of, wasn't my favorite chapter, but it did its job. There was also something about the using the anchors again and the 10 facts, and subtraction and multiplication, and that just brought in a whole new dimension of things I didn't know about. So it was kind of, I don't know. But I did like the part about the teaching the basic facts and drill and what to do and what not to do. I wrote those down, and I keep them with me so I know exactly what I need to fix and what I'm not doing. But I just think it's kind of funny that some of those things that were in the don't do list had to even be mentioned because they just seem kind of like common sense. Like, don't use lengthy time tests. Like, my attention span is not that long, so I would not be good with a time test like that. So, moving on to chapter 11, the whole thing about place value. It's so simple to me, having, 15 years of math experience, but for a student, I mean, I can totally see where they would get tripped up, and that's just mind-boggling to me, where there was a whole section about the number 53, and, is it, the ways you could say it is 5 tens and 3 ones, or 5 tens and 3 singles, or, just so many different ways, and I just thought that was really, really cool, because when I look at the number 53, all I see is 53. And I'm pretty positive that's a prime number, so that's usually all I think about. And so that brought into the whole counting in groups and counting by tens, by fives, and there was things about using electronic models of base tens, and I remember that part. And then let's see, there's something else. Oral and you need to get the students into the habit of saying the base 10 names for it, and I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't remember that at all. And then let's see the landmark numbers, and I just thought that was still never would have thought of that. The landmark numbers, and also the oh my gosh, what am I going to say? The number line and the hundreds chart. I thought that was the way they said was the number line is just the hundreds chart is a number line just, compressed. And I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense to me now. Good job, Kels. And then last, in chapter 12, we went over some of these activities in class, and that's what I was going to bring up. I was paired with Blanca to do some of the activities, and the takeaway subtraction, that just was so crazy to me. I never had thought about that. I've never seen anything like that, and the whole number line thing. What is that? So I didn't exactly like it because I'm kind of set in my ways, and I know I need to change that for when I start teaching, and I need to be open to new ideas. But I can say that I learned a new math strategy last week in your class, so thank you. But I don't know, that one was just, I think it was really late at night, it was a long day, and I learned a new math strategy, so I'm proud of myself. But I like doing the activities. I like them because it's applicable and I really enjoy them. So I hope we can do more in class because I actually understand them now and I get the relevance. So I think that's about all I want to say. I think I've talked enough. So I will see you in class on Thursday. I hope you have a good week. Bye.